All right, welcome back to another one. It's me, Krish. I got another banger today. So I'm going to tell you how to travel without being broke, like how to actually travel because flights are expensive, hotels can be overpriced, and everything feels like a scam. But there's actual easy hacks that you can actually save lots of money. So I'm going to actually tell you the best hacks. So first of all, use Google Flight Simulator. So if you go into Google Flights on your computer, just type in Google Flights, right? And then actually look at the pricing. You can index pricing from low to high, and then you can actually get good deals that way. Use a VPN. Another one, use a VPN. If you actually have a VPN on your computer, you can set it to different countries like India or Malaysia or countries with really low currencies, and you can actually get cheaper flights by paying in their currency instead of using pound, dollar, or euro. Does that make sense? Another one, fly midweek. If you fly in the middle of the week, so on a Tuesday or a Thursday or these kinds of days, you can get it cheaper than flying on a Saturday when everyone wants to fly. Does that make sense? Another one, always book weeks before your trip. So don't just book last minute. I've done that, book last minute because I just wanted to go, but always try and plan it before. So let's say you want to fly out in March, try do it for January, try book it way earlier than you need to. Does that make sense? Another one, avoid the holidays, school holidays, annual holidays, Christmas, these kind of things, Thanksgiving or these kind of events. Try and avoid these big holiday, St. Patrick's Day for Ireland, these kind of things. Let's say you want to go to Brazil Carnival, book it for 1 week before the carnival starts and then have a 2 week holiday. So you're still there for the carnival, but you've booked it the before everyone else books it. Does that make sense? Another one is always look at Skyscanner, look at Secret Flying, look at Hopper, look at different websites, booking.com. Always compare, even for example, like let's say you're booking something like I went to Orlando and I booked through JetBlue. But what I did is I went to JetBlue's actual website and then I went to another website called NetFlights. NetFlights is sponsored by JetBlue, so they had it cheaper on that website than using the actual JetBlue website. Does that make sense? So sometimes you can actually go onto like Airbnb or look at other websites to actually find and compare. Like don't just do it. Another tip I'll give you is always look at currency exchange rates. So like I said, when it comes to currency exchange rates, sometimes if you book it on your phone and you put your currency to euros and then you go on your computer and you put your currency to like USD, the USD would be more expensive than the euro, even though you're looking at the same website at the same time, just using two different devices. So that's where you can also do another one. So like I said, use apps as well. That's a great thing to do, not just actually the company website, but sometimes if you download their app, they'll do like a discount for like members of the app because they think you're a member, they think you've used it multiple times. Does that make sense? So these are the things, like always look at like local supermarkets as well. When you go to places, don't just go in the tourist areas where all the restaurants are. Go to like the actual places where people live. Like just ask people like, hey, where's the local supermarket? Or hey, where's the local shop around here? Or hey, where's like the bodega, like a corner shop? And you can find things cheaper. You know what I mean? Another one, street food. You can always do that. Like I'd say avoid the big restaurants next to the tourist location. If you ever see a restaurant and there's like a big car park outside and you see like a jungle gym, or you see like a bunch of other restaurants, or you see them selling hats, or you see some African dudes trying to sell you sunglasses, avoid those kind of places because those are like high tourist hotspot areas where they're going to just try rinse your money. So like I said, always try ask a local person. Like if you hear someone speaking in the accent, ask them, hey, where would you eat? What would you recommend? It's always better to do that. You know what I mean? Another one, never buy snacks inside an airport. You're going to get scammed because snacks in airports, you have to understand, airports need to make as much money as they can because flights are going in and out, in and out, in and out. So they need to make as much money as they can on the ground in the actual airport. So that's why they'll charge you so much for snacks. So try and avoid the snacks in the airport. Try and bring your own. Even if you think you're not going to get through security, sometimes you can get snacks through security. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes they make you finish it. I don't know. That just depends on the airport. Because, for example, when I was in France, they let me have my water bottle in the airport. I could bring it through the scanners. I was drinking it in the airport. It was fine. But then I've been to other countries like Tunisia where they searched me as soon as I got in the airport. And the same with Turkey. They searched me as soon as I walk in the airport. They search you. So I don't know. It just depends on really where the airport is or where you're located. But I'd say like these are the tips that you can do to actually like save a bit of money. Another tip I would say as well, book in the nighttime. So like 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, these kinds of times of the day, these are the times to book because there's times when most people are sleeping. So you're going to get better prices at those times. Another one is when you're actually booking a flight, skip the section that says pay for your seat. Sometimes you'll have a section where it tells you to like pay for your seat. Skip that page because you don't need to pay for your seat. You can always skip your page. And then when you're actually at the airport, speak to the staff and say, oh, I'd like to sit a bit more closer to the front of the plane because of my legs or whatever. Or, oh, I'd like to sit by the window seat because I like to see the view, otherwise I'm gonna feel sick or whatever. Just make up some excuse and just say it to them at the actual desk, and they'll move your seat. Like I've literally done that. Like one time, me and my girlfriend was in the airport, and she said, "Oh, I want to sit closer because of some reason." And they're like, "Yeah, yeah, no worries." And they just moved her to the front seat. And this is what I'm saying. Like sometimes you can do that. Another tip: wait for everyone to get on the plane. If you want to get in first class for free, I've done this. You can wait for everyone to get on the plane first, and then once everybody's boarded the plane, then you walk on and sit in one of the like premium seats. And a lot of the time, they're not even gonna like notice it because you've just done it. You know what I mean? I'll actually put a video. I'm actually put a video in this description of me just doing that, just going into first class. Like I'll put it in the description. I'll have a video for you. But yeah, that's basically the tips. Like it's really easy. Look online. Look at VPNs. Look at different currencies. Look at actual exchange rates of local places. Look at countries where, also another one, go into restaurants where they're speaking the local language, the menu's not translated to English, like they have the menu in their language, and then those restaurants are going to be the real food. You're going to find the real food that the local people eat, and it's going to have a better time. So these are the tips I'd say. I really hope you enjoyed this video. My name's Chris. You already know who it is. You need to subscribe. If you're not subscribed, I don't know what you're doing. You need to click the little subscribe, because we're almost at 2,000 subscribers, guys. 2,000. Big 2,000. 000. Let's go.